About it.
Hi there, Matt. Thanks very much for talking to me. And basically, as you said, right here we have two products made by ROLI. And what these are, they're an entirely new instrument called the C-board. And it looks familiar. It's based on the geography of the piano keyboard, but it's really an entirely new instrument. And what it is, it's a reimagining of the digital piano keyboard. And what it does is it brings new levels of expressiveness to that platform. Because historically, you have this problem where you have this separation between digital instruments over here, and you have traditional instruments over here. And digital instruments are extraordinarily versatile, but they're not inherently expressive. You're playing a MIDI controller, you're hitting the buttons, you're turning dials, you're pressing on pedals, and then you have traditional instruments like a saxophone, and a saxophone is incredibly expressive. When you're playing it, you have all of these physical things that you can do that alter your performance in the production of the notes. So you can bite the reed, you can control your tongue, you can flex your stomach, and all of these physical motions lend themselves to the sound that you're creating. And so what these do is, using a 3-dimensional and 5-dimensional touch interface, you bring all of that physicality and expressiveness into a digital platform. And so this right here is the Rise. And the Rise has 5 gestural parameters that it uses. The first one is strike. And strike is when your initial contact with a note, the velocity of that contact. And then from there you go into press. And press is how deeply you press your fingers into the silicone play surface. And as you do that, it generates new sounds or alters the sound that you're playing. Then you have release, which is how rapidly or gently you take your finger off of the silicone. And with that withdrawal, you can either carry out the note over time or you can cut it off quickly if you take your hand off like it's hot. And then from there, you have glide and slide. Glide is pitch bend along the x-axis, along each individual note for vibrato, or along the ribbons on the top and the bottom, or along the keys. And then from there, you have velocity up and down the y-axis.
So what it looks like is that we're taking a lot of the controls, the knobs and buttons that you normally have to take your hand off of playing to kind of tweak if I wanted to tweak my synth cutoff frequency, and we're mapping it to a place where you can actually do it while you're still playing without having to stop playing, change your cutoff frequency, and then do it.
Exactly. All of these things have been in some way attemptable in the past. However, it's not that same natural form of expression. Here, you never have to remove right or left from the playing surface to do anything with knobs. You can engage in the music, at one point, and it's really interesting. We've seen a lot of great feedback from sound designers and engineers, because all of a sudden they don't have to do these things in post-production. They can do it right on the playing surface.
And one of the features I thought was really exciting about the Rise is it apparently does MIDI over Bluetooth.
It does. One of the great things about the Rise is that it is completely portable. It plays MIDI over Bluetooth and has an 8-hour battery life. And so you can very realistically take this thing to the coffee shop, pull it out of your briefcase, plug it into your iPad wirelessly, and sit there and play while you're having your coffee.
So it's a truly portable solution. You can play it anywhere, make some really cool expressive sounds, and great for composing too.
Exactly. And additionally, the price point is fantastic. This one we're introducing at $799.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, Danny.
It's been a real pleasure talking to you, Matt.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.